basically is married from the Christian perspective. God brings a man and a woman into a union to complement one another. And I think from that perspective, it's important to understand that both the man and the woman have their own destinies, but when they come together, their destinies should complement. They should find a way of helping each other. So that essentially is a spiritual union between two people. There's a spiritual fusion of two people.
Marriage should occur when a man is ready to leave his parents and a woman is ready to leave her parents, and both of them are to come together as one.
There's one big thing I understand about marriage. Marriage is something that has something to do with two opposite sex. For them to understand themselves bigly in terms of need, and in need, worst, terrible, you should be able to stand.
But you know, that same idea has not been interpreted in various forms in our contemporary time. In African contemporary practice, yes, they still do the union, but you see, the woman in most African customs before now, before we became civilized and started imbibing thoughts of Europeans, the woman is seen more like an object, not a co-equivalent of the man in the union. They come into a union, but they are not necessarily one and the same. The woman is seen as inferior.
Even the Bible says that the husband should be the head of the home, but I think there is a lot fall in place, a lot work together when the two heads combine to actually make things work. But the person who makes decision, well, it should be the husband. The husband makes the decision and tells the wife, "Oh, sweetie, this is what I think we should do." Then they both think about it, they reason, and the wife will be like, "Okay, what about we try this way?" And if they reach a consensus, fine, they do it and it works out well. They both share the glory. And if they do it that way, it works out the other way, they both re-strategize and replan. And that is the essence of the marriage, doing things together, not a dictatorship kind of thing. Somebody dictates and the other person says, yes sir, how it sound like a dummy.
Each person's opinion will count. For me, I will take my home as a very good case study. If my husband wants eba, like he can eat eba morning, afternoon, night, eat it the following day and eat it the third day. If he wants eba and I say no, it's not eba, definitely rice will not be an option, because eba and rice are both carbohydrates. And I want my husband to live long. I look at it from a very different perspective. If he wants eba and he has eaten eba before and he still wants eba, now of course I won't give him eba.
There's a European cultural context of marriage which is not exactly the same thing as the Christian context of marriage.